peripheral canal, yes, that's bad. Unless you deal with surface storage. That's a tough one in the environmental community. Then folks said, well, we got to get rid of the Endangered Species Act and the smelt. They're stopping the pumping. I said, well, that's going to be tough. And I'm not sure that's the right thing to do. And then I realized, as I spent the last few hours, I said, you know what's amazing? As I've studied this issue, everyone's got a different set of facts. Everyone. And if you don't know where you are, you sure as heck ain't going to figure out where you're going. And so I realized that we all need to get on the same page. Now, Governor Schwarzenegger has this quote-unquote comprehensive, integrated approach. More focus on reverse osmosis and recycling and faucet and urinal and toilet, shower head reduction strategy. Got to do more in terms of recycling. We got to do more in terms of conservation. Absolutely. He wants to do more conveyance. He wants to do the canal. Is it dual or is it traditional peripheral canal? You know, I'm hearing two different things. Senator Feinstein came on board with that strategy, $9.3 billion strategy. To do that may be insufficient, as the numbers are probably closer to $15+ billion. Some will suggest it's even higher. But we don't have time to wait. You don't have time to wait. The premise of your question, 1 in 6 jobs here are tied to this. Is an economic crisis for the valley. When you have communities with 40% unemployment, I never thought I'd hear something like that in the state of California. 40+% unemployment. That is a crisis. You've got a levee system that if we have a 6.0 earthquake, I'm concerned may collapse in Sacramento. Then what? I tell my environmental friends, what will happen? Then I know what will happen. We'll do what we did, rebuilding these freeways, and they won't be so environmentally sensitive when we start rebuilding those dams because we have to within a minute. So we have got to address this today. And I was talking to some of the reporters a moment ago. It shouldn't be your next governor that's dealing with this. It needs to be your current governor and legislature. Because we can't wait for another year. We can't wait. So, I know there are 5 bills in the legislature. 5 now. From Jared Huffman to Submidian down in Santa Clara County to your own representatives up here, and Wolf and others that all have versions. You got Darrell Steinberg, Senate Pro Tem, that is committed to doing something this year, and a governor, again, who has asserted himself, but hasn't necessarily delivered. Not a critique, but an observation. And so I hope to be part of this debate from the Delta perspective. From there, I happen to run a water system as mayor of San Francisco for millions of people. The Public Utilities Commission, we have a dam. This doesn't get me. My father's on the Environmental Defense Fund board. He is none too pleased with his son because he wants to tear down the Hitchcock Dam, which I will not do, which is a major mistake. So I have some familiarity with these issues and the interest groups that are associated with these issues. But I think it has to be a comprehensive approach. It can't be piecemeal. We've been piecemealing it forever. There's an interdependence. We are all absolutely connected. 2/3 of the water in the state runs through this valley. North and south, and the coastal communities. We are in this together. This is not Central Valley's crisis. This is not just the Delta and a species crisis. This is a crisis for the state and this nation, the wealthiest state, the biggest economy in this country. And so we need to address this aggressively. And so I'm looking forward to having more time to walk you through more specifically some of our strategies. But rest assured, if this doesn't get done, this needs to be a top priority for the next governor. It will be a top priority for me to once and for all solve and resolve this serious crisis here in the Valley and in the state. So